What's up YouTube? For today's video, we're full Paradox Pokemon team. I'll be featuring the Paradox future Pokemon because I come from the future. I live in Australia. So we got all the Pokemon here. We got Iron Treads, Iron Bundle, Iron Hands, Iron Jugulis, Iron Moth, Iron Thorns, and finally Iron Valiant. If you really want to like and support the videos, people, make sure you drop a like and a comment there below. If you're new, hit that subscribe button and let's get into it. I've got 3 battles today with this team and I really hope you enjoy. These ones were done randomly online, probably about 4 or 5 hours I spent getting some battles. So our first Pokemon here is going to be a Dragonite. Now Dragonite's model has been updated. It sort of looks really cool. It's flying to the side a little bit. So I've got a Electric Terrain, Snowscape, Chilling Water, Blizzard Iron Bundle set. Now this Pokemon has a very high speed and special attack stat, but this Dragonite, you wouldn't read about it, had a Quick Claw and Dragon Dance. I'm like, what is going on in this battle? So I just went for Blizzard here and it landed, and Dragonite got dropped in one shot. That was very good there. I thought I would miss there, and Dragonite would sweep my team for the very first battle online. Now the next Pokemon to come out here is gonna be Meowscarlet. Now you have to give me a little bit of leeway with the names, people, because I'm still sort of learning them, and yeah, it's me. So we got some snow happening on the field now. Now the cool thing about this actually replaces hail now, so you actually get some significant boost on ice type Pokemon, which is really cool. Unfortunately, I got wrecked there, and we're going to be going into Iron Tread, so the Donphan lookalike. So this is a Stomping Tantrum, Steel Roller, Electric Terrain, Ice Spinner set. Now these all have the ability Quark Drive, and what that does, basically, it gives them a boost in their higher stat when the Electric Terrain is on the field, or if they're holding the booster energy item, or you can hold both, you know. So I'm going to be setting that Electric Terrain up there. The EV spread for the Iron Bundle was max speed, max special attack, modest nature. The EV spread for this is max health and max attack, adamant nature. So quite a bulky Iron Tread set there. I've got the item Citrus Berry there, just give me a little bit of extra recovery too. So now this is a new move called Ice Spinner. Ice Spinner is very similar to Steel Roller, except it's a ice type move, so it also gets rid of the terrain too. So I thought I'd do a cool set giving it, you know, Steel Roller and Ice Spinner. Unfortunately, that was not enough to take out the Meowscarlet, and it's going to be critting me. That move always crits as well, if you were wondering. Next Pokemon to come into the battle is going to be Iron Jugulis. Question of the day, people, what is your favorite Paradox future Pokemon? Leave it below in the comment section of the video. I'm actually really excited to see which one is going to be the most popular. Now, this set is a special set. I actually thought this would be pretty cool to do. So we've got a Snarl set with Throat Spray. I've got Rain Dance and Hurricane and Hydro Pump. So Ingar slides the Mimicker there. We're going to break that disguise nice and easy, which is good. The EVs for this one were max special attack and max speed, timid nature. And what I'm trying to do here, I actually wanted to work this in with the, obviously it's a ability Quark Drive, so you get that boost in the speed, and then you can get the boost from Snarl and the special attack, and it popped off pretty well. It still went pretty hard, and I got quite a lot of KOs with it. Next Pokemon to come in is going to be Magmadone. Anyway, I went for the Rain Dance here. I want to see if I can get those Hurricanes going here, and the Magnezone is going to pop a Discharge. Discharge just dominates my Iron Jugulis. That is a dark and flying type as well. The Iron Bundle was a Ice and Water, and the Donphan Iron Treads lookalike was a Ground and Steel. We've got to learn all these new typings. So in comes Iron Thorns here. This is probably a lot of people's favorite Pokemon, I reckon, for the Paradox, and this is a Rock and Electric type. I've got Booster Energy as the item. We got Ice Fang, we got Fire Fang, Wild Charge, and Earthquake. Max health, max attack, adamant nature. So out comes another Tyrant. It's a Tyrant. It's a battle, people. It's like a battle between the past and the future. So popping that Earthquake, which I actually went for Magnezone, and the opposing Tyranitar just got rolled out like a lounge room rug. It was absolute perfection. Now the next Pokemon to come in out is going to be the Meowscarlet from earlier on. It's going to go for a Flower Trick again. and this move obviously always crits, and I actually got wrecked there. So this is actually quite a good counter for this team. Using these Paradox Pokemon, I was very weak to certain types of moves too. They are strong Pokemon, but I tried to make some fun sets there, and yeah, the typings made it a little bit of a challenge, which was fun. Next Pokemon is going to be Iron Moth. Iron Moth is the Volcarona lookalike. It is a fire and poison type Pokemon. This is a really tanky set. It actually had a fair bit of success. So I've got Acid Spray, Fiery Dance, Discharge, and Morning Sun. I like to call it Morning Scum. And we got the item Leftovers, Max Health, Max Defense, Bold Nature. So a really, really tanky set. Took a lot of people off guard as well. So unfortunately, I'm going to get hit there by the Sandstorm. That's okay. I've got Leftovers. We can virtually heal that back. So all I've got now is the Magnezone and one other mysterious Pokemon. And that Pokemon is going to be Armorogue. Now, Armorogue is a cool looking Pokemon. I'm going to go for Discharge here, and I got some pretty good damage. I actually was going for a Paralyze. It's going to go for Expanding Force. Something else is expanding. It almost took me out in one shot. Very, very close. But I was running a, obviously a bulky set there with Max Health, so I actually managed to live it, which was really nice. Now, I can go for another Discharge here, and then that sort of puts it in range for my last Pokemon to try and take out. So go for Discharge, and that is the end of the Mega Man. Now, we've got one more Pokemon left. And I was like, okay, things are looking good at the moment. The Sandstorm was gone. Only Magnezone is left. I can go for Fiery Dance. Magnezone's special defense isn't the greatest in the world, so I should be able to one-shot this. So out comes Magmadone. I'm not sure what they call it, Magmadone. And we're just going to go for the Fiery Dance here. I'm going to spin me right around, baby. And it's got Sturdy as the ability. So I was like, okay, I sort of saw that one coming. But, I got one more Pokemon left in the back here. I should be able to live this, though. So it's going to go for Tri Attack. I lived on 4 health, and then I got Freeze Hacks. You wouldn't read about it. So, unfortunately, I'm just sitting here. I'm a frozen little moth here. And, yeah, Magnezone is going to be able to take me out here with whatever move, which is very, very mean. So, my very first team, I got Freeze Hacks in the first battle. This is the very first battle I had. So, why does that not surprise me? So my last Pokemon, of course, is going to be Iron Valiant. This is a really cool set. I made up like a mixed attacker. It was like max attack, max special attack, Spirit Break, Reversal, Endure, and Psychic. And I've got the Salic Berry as the item. I can go for any attacking move there and take out the Magnezone. And that, my friends, is the very first Pokemon battle. So thank you to my opponent. If you ever watched this video, SKR, I'm not really sure what that meant, but thank you for the battle there. And let's get on to battle number 2. This is a battle against Eddie. Now, these are just on the single battle online, and you do normal rules to do a 6v6 battle. Now, the first Pokemon we got here is a new Pokemon. On both sides, it's going to be my Iron Hands, and we've got Spidops. Spidops is a pretty cool Pokemon, and funnily enough, it resembles a spider, and it's going to be setting up a sticky web here. I'm going to be setting up the electric terrain because I want to get that ability pumping, so Quiet Drive is going to come into effect. I almost called it Hariyama. This Iron Hands popped off in this battle. So the Spidops are going to slide that sticky web on the fields. Everything's going to get a little bit sticky, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to go for the Thunder Punch there, and that is going to be dropping it in one shot. So this has got a very, very big attack set. I've got Max Health and Max Attack, Adamant Nature, and I've got Terrain Extender as the item. So in comes another Iron Treads here. It's going to be going for Earthquake. Right, this is going to hurt because I am actually electric type with fighting as well. I lived that just, and Drain Punch drops, and I'm like, man, that was awesome. So I got an attack boost from the, obviously from the electric terrain being on the field, which is really good. The thing about Quiet Drive, though, if you actually have the electric terrain disappear, you lose your Quiet Drive boost, unless you got an item like Booster Energy to give you that boost, right? So in comes Scarlet again. It's gone for its little flower trick. I lived on 1 health. The merchant available, people. The meme never dies. I just tell you, it never ever dies. I'm going to leave it on 1 health, get that Drain Punch off there, and that is the end of Scarlet. Wow, this is popping off. This Iron Hands is... Oh, it's just an absolute beast. Next Pokemon is going to be Baxcalibur. This is a cool looking Pokemon. I quite like this. It's going to pop a Stomping Tantrum. I'll be having a tantrum after getting swept by that too. And it's going to fade my Iron Hands. But what a performance there by Iron Hands. Next Pokemon here is going to be Iron Moth. So I thought, well, I might be able to tank a couple of hits here and get a bit of damage off in this thing. It's actually quite a good Pokemon for my team. So I'm going to get that Quark Drive boosting my special attack, which is nice. And they're going to go for a Terra here. So I'm just going to call it Terra, shorten it down, because you know how good I am at pronouncing things there. So we got a Terra Dragon type. I have to say I quite like the Terra Dragon type design. Some of them do look a little bit goofy, but this one I don't mind at all. So it's going to be going for another Stomping Tantrum. And that is going to be hitting very hard and dropping my Iron Moth in one shot. I had max health, max defense, bold nature. Man, that just dropped me. Holy smokes. So obviously it was super effective, but I thought I might live really badly. So we're going to slide into Iron Thorns out. I'm going to get my Quark Drive, boosted Tyrant's attack by 1, which is going to be cool. And now I'm going to go for my own Terra type here as well. Now, in some of the battles I had, people weren't actually Terra typing, or they did it like really late game. Or when you're sweeping them, they try to change the type on you to try and get the drop on you. So I'm going to go into a rock type here, and we got the Stomping Tantrum. I know that I'm going to live this pretty reasonably, considering how good its bulk is. And Stone Miss misses. That was a massive miss there. I was like, oh, it's really bad. And so I got to swap it out, and I'm going to go into Iron Jugulis here because I am a flying type, and I'm thinking they're going to go for another Stomping Tantrum again. So the Quake Drive is going to give me a boost in speed, which is always nice. They're getting a speed boost, and of course they're going to go for Stomping Tantrum. So now I've got the opportunity here to maybe land an attacking move on them. So now the Quake Drive has worn off. However, they're going to swap out. So it's like, okay, what are they going to bring in here? Out comes poor Moth, the Gourmet. I was like, okay, they're going to obviously predict the flying type move here, and Hurricane missed. I'm like, man, I've missed twice in a row. This sucks. So I'm going to have to swap that out, and I'm going to be going into my next Pokemon, the Iron Valiant. So I got a little bit of a plan here. I just need to execute it. Is execute even in the game? I can't remember. Actually, I don't think it is. So I'm going to get the Sticky Web here, which kind of sucks because this doesn't have any speed at all. I did give it Naive Nature, though, so I'd have somewhat of speed. This thing has wild stats in attack, speed, and special attack. So it's going to go for a double Thunder Punch here on Iron Valiant. That is going to activate my Salic Berry, which is going to give me a +1 in speed, pretty much making up for that Sticky Web on the field, and also putting me in maximum range to go for a fully powered up reversal. That is the end of Pawmont. Got absolutely dominated there, which is excellent. Now we got 2 more Pokemon left, and we got Staraptor. I'm like, this is a problem Pokemon. And it's going to intimidate me as well. I doubt I'm going to outspeed it here. And it's going to be popping a Terra Blast. So Terra Blast is a pretty cool move there. And that's going to finish off my Iron Valiant. It was a valiant performance there, as I may say so myself. Now, the next Pokemon I'm going to slide in is going to be Iron Bundle. So I don't know what other moves it's got. I was hoping it, I was thinking if a fighting type move, Iron Bundle's got some pretty good base defense, actually. And I'm going to get that little boost there. So from the booster drive. So here comes the close combat, and that is not going to live, unfortunately. It's got a good base defense, but I was running more sweeping set. Staraptor is it's a pretty no-joke Pokemon. So that's the end of Iron Bundle. I like how its head sort of detaches on like a little spring. That's quite cool. So my last hope here is going to be Hydreigon. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to sacrifice Tyranitar. Also, the moving sprites up the top, they're not quite released yet, so that's why I'm using ones that aren't moving around. So in the future, they'll be fixing that sort of stuff and just sort of waiting for all them to be released. So that's going to be the end of the Iron Thorns there. It did a good job there. Obviously, what I'm doing is I'm using close combat to drop the Staraptor's defenses. So we're going to go into my Iron Jugulis here, and I need to take this out. It's too much of a threat. Landing the Hurricane was excellent, and I get a critical hit, taking it out in one shot. Beautiful. So the last Pokemon here is going to be it was the Baxcalibur, almost called it Excalibur. I guess it's a play on that. And I need to, this is going to be a 2-hit KO. So landing the Hurricane is like, yes, it landed. And guess what? I got a confusion. Like, yes, this could be it. Is it going to hit itself in confusion? And I'm waiting here anxiously for the attacking move. And unfortunately, it landed an Icicle Crash. And that is the end of my Iron Jugulis. Wow, what a close battle there. That's why I say, remember earlier on in the battle how I missed that Stone Miss? That made me lose that battle. I would have won that battle for sure. Thank you, Eddie, for the battle. Go buy yourself a lot of tick, my man. And let's get on to battle number 3. Now, I'm not sure what my opponent's name here says. If you can translate it, let me know in the comment section of the video. So we got a Grimmsnarl lead here. I know what this set's going to be already. I had to deal with this for 3 years on, Sword and Shield. So it's going to be the typical boring Grimmsnarl Reflect and Light Screen pranks attack. So I'm going to slide up that electric terrain here, and I'm going to go for a Steel Roller. I may as well. It should hit really, really hard too. I guess the only thing about running Steel Roller and Ice Spinner is it will get rid of the electric terrain, but we're just doing a bit of a fun set today. So it's going to go for Parting Shot there, and it's going to whisper me a little Sweet Nothing and swap out. The only bad thing about this, I have actually had my attack drop, so I won't be hitting very hard, plus with the screens up. So I really need to deal with that thing at some stage. Now, the next Pokemon I come at is going to be Orthworm. This is a really cool Pokemon. I see this actually getting a fair bit of usage too. So Orthworm is got this really interesting ability. I had so much fun with it with this team, right? So I can't really do a lot to this Pokemon. I'll be honest, I can really only go for like Steel Roller and that's it. And maybe Ice Spinner. That's really all I can really do here. As you see, you get to see it has a really interesting ability which counters ground type moves. So it's going to be setting up the Stealth Rocks on the field here, which is a bit of a pain, but there wasn't much I could really do there. I'm going to be swapping out my Iron Treads and going into Iron Jugglers. Now, Orthworm took this opportunity to actually start setting up on me, which is really, really problematic. So getting my Quark Drive here on my Hydreigon, getting that speed boost, and now it's going to go for Shed Tail. So Shed Tail is going to actually get a Substitute up there at the cost of a bit of health, and it's going to create this decoy and swap it into the next Pokemon. So a very, very good move there. And now comes another new Pokemon that sort of looks like a Capsicum called Scovillain. This was the interesting matchup. My Iron Jugulis actually had Snarl, so I could bypass that Substitute and do damage at the same time too. Plus, I had the Throat Spray, which would actually boost his special attack on this as well. So it should be doing some pretty sizable amounts of damage here. Now, this was like a moody set, which is crazy. So, like a moody Scovillain. So I got to give that one a try. It's also going to be setting up Leech Seed here. So they sort of made it to be like a stalling set here. Little do they know, I do have the Snarl to hit them with. Actually, no, they know that I've got the Snarl because I used protection before. It's good to use protection. So I go for that Snarl. Excellent damage there on the Scovillain. So one more attack will be enough to easily take it out. I don't really know what else I can do. Maybe stall for another turn with like Leech Seed, but basically they're done. There's nothing really at all they can do to me here. So getting some more Leech Seed damage there from the Scovillain, and I'd lose a little bit of health, but it's fine. You know, I know that I can almost one-shot this. So another moody boost here. They got an attack rise, and they got a special attack drop. I'm just going to go for Snarl here, and that is going to be the end of the Scovillain. So interesting strategy there, making use of that Substitute, and then trying to set up on me with Leech Seed. So the electric terrain has gone from the field now, and the next Pokemon to come in here is going to be the Grimmsnarl. So of course they're going to set the little light screen up again, and they're just going to set it up for like 8 turns. So I'm just going to attack this with Hurricane here. Hurricane does really good damage still, so it's a 3-hit KO. Maybe close to a 4 if the Leech Seed, you know, obviously if I miss maybe with 1, it will definitely be a 4-hit KO. So now the Grimmsnarl actually, I thought it might set the Reflect up here, but it went for Parting Shot. But Parting Shot's going to fail due to Prankster failing against the Dark type Pokemon. So I managed to get another Hurricane off and a Confusion. I was like, this is excellent, you know. Grimmsnarl's either going to have to swap out here or just take the L and faint, you know. This is really good. So I can finally stop this getting the screens up and stuff like that. So some more Leech Seed damage here. Now they're going to swap their Grims out. They know that I can't do anything to me. And the next Pokemon here is going to be the Dunsparce. So a new Pokemon. This is Dunsparce's evolution. And apparently, like, it has like little different sections of the body, which is kind of cool. So you can get ones with like 3 sections and stuff, and 2 sections, which is yeah, it's pretty cool. I don't know. I wish they could have done a little bit more that maybe make it stand up and fly, but I don't know. What do you think of the Dunsparce's evolution? I think they could have done a bit more with it. So now they're going to Terra here. It's going to be a little bit of a desperation Terra, and they're going to turn into a Steel type. So the Steel type one is like a big old axe. So it's not too bad, I don't mind it. I'm going to go for Hurricane here. Obviously, that's going to be resisted. There's a light screen on the field too, so I'm hardly going to do much damage at all. So Dunsparce is going to be eating a Citrus Berry, I believe. Yeah, Citrus Berry. And now I'm thinking, well, I should be able to live this attack. What's it going to do? It's going to start setting up coils. I'm like, okay, it's the, you know, Dunsparce in the past, you know, it used a coil roost set, so I'm thinking they're probably running something similar to this. Plus, they've got the sustain of the Leech Seed there. Now, I could swap out here, but the Stealth Rocks are on the field. If you remember earlier on, they got set up. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do as much damage here as I possibly can and then bring in another Pokemon. The only problem is it was setting up coils, you know, so like I need to really hit this with a powerful, powerful attack. Plus, I might want to wait till that Reflect runs out too. So the Dunsparce is going to get another round of Leech Seed recovery here. It's virtually got a lot of its health back here. So went for a final Hurricane to go for a Confusion. It is going to miss, and now they baton pass the coils instead of attacking. I was like, oh, what are they going to do here? So some interesting strategy here coming out from my opponent, and they're going to swap in. Oh my goodness. No, not this Pokemon. So I'm sure if you haven't already seen my Mouse Hold Sweep already, or Morse Hold Sweep, and yeah, this is a very, very strong Pokemon. So it's got a move called Population Boom. You know the name, and what I'm going to try and do is get around it. There's only one Pokemon on my team that has the ability to stop this. All my other Pokemon, they're going to get swept because this thing is so powerful. So obviously this move hits 10 times in a row, or up to 10 times in a row. And the thing about Endure, right? Endure can endure as many hits in that turn as possible. So I'm going to be living on 1 health there, but it landed 3 hits against me, but the other 7 after that just kept hitting me on 1 health. So what I was trying to do here is I was actually trying to get that Salic Berry boost, which I got, and then outspeed this and hit it with a fully powered up reversal. It isn't the most bulkiest Pokemon in the world there, so if I could get that going, I could stay in this game. So I think we're up to about 8 or 9 hits now. Yeah, there's 9 or 10. I think that was 10 hits in a row there. Yeah, there you go, 10 in a row. Crazy stuff. So now I'm going to outspeed, get the reversal off, and that's how you beat Mousestyle, people. That's how you get around in a very unique way. I bet you that surprised them a lot there that I actually managed to stop that. So now the light screen is gone there. And the next Pokemon to come out to the field is going to be the Grimmsnarl we've seen earlier on. Obviously, they're going to set the Reflect up with the Prankster before they faint. I just went for the reversal again. It's still a very, very powerful move, even without the, even with the Reflect on the field. And that's the end of Grimmsnarl. So things are looking pretty good at the moment. I haven't lost too many Pokemon, but there is this Cloyster, and I know that it's probably got Shell Smash. So popping that reversal there, reversal almost takes out Cloyster. That was excellent damage. And now Cloyster is going to finish me off with an Icicle Sphere. So no doubt the generic Icicle Sphere skill link set. So the next Pokemon I'm thinking about bringing in here, I was like, you know what? We'll go into Iron Treads. I might be able to get that electric terrain going. You know, that'll be important for this team. So I got to take some Stealth Rock damage, which, you know, is either neither here or there. And Cloyster is going to be swapping out. I was like, okay, this might be Earthworm, or is it going to be Dunsparce? It's going to be this Dunsparce thing. I'm like, okay, I think they might try... Maybe they'll try and baton pass some stats again. So this time I decided to Terra my Donphan into a Steel type too. And you're probably wondering why you do that. I'm thinking that Cloyster, you know, if that somehow gets a... any boost off, it might be handy to have that, and I don't really want to be weak to that either. So go for my super effective move there, and now I'm going to go for the electric terrain. So I'm a Steel type now, which is really cool. I guess we both, it's like a Axe versus Axe battle, you know. So Quacksrive is going to come in there and give me a nice fat attack boost, and now this Dunsparce is going to use Coil, I guess, which is a bit of a problem. So once again, it's got the safety of having the Reflect and the Coils up there, and it's also boosting the accuracy. So now they're going to swap out the Dunsparce, and they're going to be going into the Earthworm again. So I was actually thinking of going for a Stomping Tantrum, so deliberately going for Electric Terrain twice and then go for Stomping Tantrum. This is what happens when you use a ground type move on it. It actually activates Earth Eater, and what it does, it's virtually like a water absorb but a ground type move. So it will absorb your attack if it's a ground type move. So now it's going to have some iron defense. It's trying to boost it up. Frankly, there's nothing I can do to this at all. It's virtually countering me, and I don't know if I really want to swap out at the moment. I'm thinking, what can I swap into, like, safely, you know? So the Quad Drive has worn off there. Now they're going to set the Shed Tail up, and I know what they're going to do. They're going to pass it on to the Cloysters. I'm like, oh, I really got to get around this. So in comes the Cloyster. It's got a Figgy Berry as well, and that's going to be, that's going to be passed on to that Cloyster, and I know they're going to Shell Smash behind that sub. So like, okay, I've got my Donphan here. I sort of had an idea what they're going to try and do here, and at least I'm a Steel type. So go for Stomping Tantrum here. That is going to be enough to break the sub and crit. I was actually quite surprised I outsped the Cloyster. I thought it would outspeed me, you know. So now they're going to go for the Shell Smash here, boosting the Cloyster's offensive stats like crazy. So I know they're going to go for their signature move here, Icicle Sphere, but they may have another move as well, but I'm pretty confident I should be able to live this attacking move and just finish the Cloyster off, you know. I still have a couple other Pokemon in the back. So the Reflect is now gone, which is excellent, and now it's going to go for its little Icicle Sphere. It's still doing a good amount of damage to Donphan there when you think about it, and that's 3. So it's going to hit me 5 times with the skill link. So That's a fair lot of damage there. It is going to activate my Citrus Berry, which is my item as well. So I'm going to get back a little bit of health, which is going to be nice. So if it's got something scummy like King's Rock, you never know, people. You never know. So I got hit 5 times there, and I managed to get the Stomping Tantrum off, which is excellent. So that is going to be lights out for the Cloister. So now all that's left is Orthworm and Dunsparce. I'm like, yep. I'm feeling good about this, you know. So they're going to swap their Dunsparce out again. They baited me with a ground type move and went into Orthworm again. So, okay, fair enough. I had a feeling they might try and do that, but I'm not really too concerned here. I still think I can get rid of this thing. So swapping out the Iron Treads again, and now I'm going to go into Iron Bundles. I'm like, I do have a water type move on this. It's not the strongest one. Chilling Water isn't really that strong. That you could probably have better moves like Hydro Pump on this Pokemon, and I still think I can get some good damage. So I'm going to activate that Quark Drive with my boosted energy and a special attack, and now it's going to go for Iron Defense. Like, that's fine. I've got a special attacking move. If I can do... I should be able to almost take it out. So go for Chilling Water. Oh, so close. Almost take it out. Very, very close. And now it's going to be able to go for a Body Press, and that's obviously going to be the end of my Iron Bundle. But that's all good now, because now the coast is clear to send in Iron Moth, which can finish off the last 2 Pokemon with Fiery Dance here and get the dub. And we're going to have some Stealth Rock damage, and my opponent, as soon as I pick my Fiery Dance move, they've cancelled the battle right at the end there. So it was clear who the winner was going to be, and I sort of wish they played out, but that's how it was. Hope you enjoyed the Paradox Future Team, people. I'll catch you next time. Peace.